Warren Buffett didn't become one of the richest people in history by working harder. He became rich by breaking habits that most people don't even realize are destroying their wealth. Here's the truth. You're not broke because you don't make enough money. You're broke because your financial habits are silently draining your wallet day after day. It's not the big purchases that are sinking you. It's the everyday habits you don't even notice, like the mindless spending, the forgotten subscriptions, and trying to keep up with the lifestyle you think you should have. These habits feel normal because everyone's doing it, but that doesn't make them any less dangerous. And here's the good news. These habits are easy to fix once you recognize them, and you'll be amazed how quickly you can go from being broke to having extra money every month. The longer you ignore these habits, the deeper they dig into your wallet. Every day you wait is costing you not just money but opportunities. Stick around to the end of this video and I'll reveal the 5 habits Warren Buffett believes are keeping you broke and the tools you need to break free and start building real financial momentum. Let's start with one of the most common habits, living beyond your means. Do you ever wonder where all your money goes at the end of the month? It feels like you're earning enough, but somehow it just vanishes. I used to convince myself that a $5 coffee every morning was just a little treat. No big deal. But when I finally did the math, I realized I was dropping nearly $200 a month on coffee, which is $2,400 a year. And here I was, wondering why I couldn't save for a vacation. I wasn't broke. I was just wasting money on things that didn't actually matter to me. So, how can you fix that? Start by tracking every dollar you spend for 1 week, from your morning coffee to that quick snack at the gas station. Use a simple notes app or even pen and paper, and by the end of the week you'll see where your money is really going. Then pick 1 or 2 unnecessary expenses to cut back on, and watch how much more you save without even feeling it. Did you know that 64% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, even those earning 6 figures? That's because we often don't realize how quickly small expenses add up. Next time you're tempted to buy something you don't need, ask yourself, is the short-term satisfaction worth sacrificing your long-term goals? Every dollar you spend today is one less dollar for tomorrow, and the future version of you is counting on today's decisions. Now that you have identified those small but costly expenses, let's talk about something else that's keeping you stuck: failing to save for emergencies. I know saving isn't easy when you're already stretched thin, but trust me, it's a lifesaver when the unexpected happens. What would you do if your phone broke tomorrow? Do you have enough saved to cover it, or would you have to put it on a credit card? Last year, I got hit with a surprise dentist bill for a cracked tooth. It wasn't fun, but instead of freaking out, I used my emergency fund to cover the expense. If I didn't have that fund, I would have had to take out a loan just to fix it. I know it's tempting to say, I'll save when I earn more, but emergencies don't wait until it's convenient for you. That surprise bill is going to hit whether you've been meaning to save or not. Let me ask you, could you cover a $400 emergency right now without reaching for a credit card? If the answer is no, maybe it's time to rethink your approach. Even setting aside $50 a month can give you peace of mind and prevent financial disaster. It doesn't have to be huge, it just has to start. Saving is crucial, but if you don't know where your money is going in the first place, saving becomes even harder. Now, let's dive into the next habit that keeps you poor: failing to budget. Do you know exactly how much you spend on food, entertainment, or subscriptions each month? Most of us don't, and that's why we're always short by the end of the month. I used to hate the idea of budgeting, thinking it was only for super organized people with color-coded spreadsheets. But after overdrafting a few times, I realized it's not about cutting back, it's about making sure my money goes where I want it to. Think of your budget like a GPS. You can ignore it and drive around aimlessly, or you can follow it and actually get where you want to go. Which sounds better, being lost or knowing exactly how to reach your goals? You know what's funny? People will spend 30 minutes researching the best brunch spot, but won't spend 10 minutes setting a budget. Start with a 50-30-20 budget. This means allocating 50% of your income to needs like housing and bills, 30% to wants like entertainment, and 20% to savings or paying down debt. This simple structure helps ensure you're covering all your essentials while still setting aside money for the future. You don't need a spreadsheet. Just break it down based on your income and adjust as needed. A budget isn't about limiting your spending, it's about aligning your money with your priorities. So, what's more important, knowing where your money's going or wondering where it went? Once you've got your budget in place and know exactly where your money is going, you'll see how much more you could be doing with your cash. Let's move to the next big issue, ignoring investments. Are you letting your money sit in a savings account, earning almost nothing? What if I told you that by investing, your money could grow and generate passive income without any extra effort? I used to think investing was something reserved for Wall Street people, like you needed a private jet and a finance degree just to get in the game. Meanwhile, I was over here thinking, I'll start investing when I have real money. And you know what? That day never magically arrived. The secret to building wealth isn't about waiting until you're rich, it's about investing before you are. Once I wrapped my head around that, everything changed. Picture this. You've got two friends. One's chilling on the couch, eating chips, while the other one's out there running marathons and getting fit. Now imagine your money as those friends. The one sitting in your savings account, it's comfy, but it's not doing much. The one you invest, that's the marathon runner, out there hustling, growing stronger, and giving you results over time. Which one do you want working for you? Don't know where to start? You don't need thousands of dollars. Many platforms let you start with just $50. It's about consistency, not how much you have right now. Did you know that if you started investing just $100 a month at age 25, you could have over $100,000 by the time you're 52? That's a down payment on your dream home, all from a small, consistent investment and a little patience. What if, instead of scrolling social media for 30 minutes today, you spend that time learning how to open an investment account? It could be the most profitable half hour of your life. Now that we've covered making your money work for you, let's talk about how to avoid losing it in the first place, by steering clear of bad debt. How much are you paying in credit card interest every month? Is it more than you're saving or investing? I used to think paying the minimum on my credit card was enough to keep me out of trouble. Then I realized that it would take years to pay it off, and I'd be giving the bank thousands in interest. Did you know that making only minimum payments on a $5,000 credit card balance at 20% interest could take you over 20 years to pay off? Think about how much that single purchase will end up costing you in the long run. Here's a little experiment for you. Add up how much interest you're paying across all your credit cards. Now imagine what else you could do with that money if it wasn't going straight to the bank. Credit cards are like that friend who always convinces you to order dessert even when you're full. It's just a small treat, they say. But then the bill arrives and you're left wondering how that small treat turned into a month of interest payments. Take control by attacking the highest interest debt first. Even paying a little extra each month can save you hundreds, if not thousands over time. If you want to break free from these habits and start building wealth, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and comment below with the one habit you're going to change today.